to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll throw on first down with Eason. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try to spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Eason trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader. And quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing. And let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real. And it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That's complete right around the 8. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a first and goal.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Eason's throw going into the hands of Williams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Eason sets to throw it. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. Touchdown. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We do know that they are postseason bound, but they're leaking a little oil, so to speak, as they kind of limp into January.
Yeah, and that oil can set fire to their season, can't it?
Look at that.
See what I did there? But here's the thing that we both...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Double tackles behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play, that's a -4.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Badgley's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Packers. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front, because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that line and hit each of them on the head. He recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. And in for the Lions touchdown. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On first down, Jacob Eason. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. That throw, Charles, on the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down.
86 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
On play action, now Rodgers. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 52 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? When you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. They go back to the ground with Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw, it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
2nd and 8 coming up.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On play action, Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And he missed it. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, sir.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. They'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Robert Tonyan with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are once again back in front. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score.
That's caught inside the 20.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Eason steps away to his left. This is caught. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. Throwing is Eason. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Rashawn Gary in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. They're going on 4th down. Here's Eason. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. As the first half is winding down. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Badgley on for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On first down, Rodgers.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together, come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Hey, 26. Hey, 88.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Running right, Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
110 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Rodgers going to throw.
He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
Got Dobbs over the middle. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Hey, you block over here.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers.
Completes it again to Dobbs.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
30. Back ball. Get 300. Get 300.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. The quick slant caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Hey, take 26.
Now it's Rodgers. And it's caught. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now receiver in motion left. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Jack Fox to kick off the Lions.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Come out! 26! Come on! 150!
Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Hey, you block over here. 10-30. Back more.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll try the right side with Jones.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Yeah, 300. Yeah, 300.
On 2nd and 9. Rodgers got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 37.
That's good for our Green Bay Packers.
A give to Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best. But these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. But if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
First and 10, Eason.
And this is caught by Williams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Eason.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are right back in this football game.
That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
The offense on third down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 9.
26.
To throw is Rodgers. And Jones has it over the middle.
And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
The give is to Jones.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
50. Hey, you block over here.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language.
Touchdown! James Mitchell with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Aiden Hutchinson in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Hey, take 26.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You always think about picking up the first down, but in this case, they were thinking about something bigger. They were thinking about the home run shot and took it downfield. Unable to connect, but admire the effort.
Now Rodgers gotta have this one. And now here is another interception.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Eason sets to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now Rodgers.
That's complete to Dobbs.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. Here's Fuller with a catch. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
88. Come on.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
Completed out left to Dobbs.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Rodgers to throw once more. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. In motion, the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Marquez Stevenson.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Crosby with the extra point. And that cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Aaron Stokes. And the Packers come up with a late turnover. But it'll probably only matter to the statisticians as this ballgame is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Lions,
the win here in Week 18 gives them a pivotal 11th win on the year, running their final mark to 11-6.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Green Bay,
the loss means they'll finish up the regular season at 10-7.
And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture.